Run up on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you'll definitely see someone dancing somewhere all the time. Now, there are some dancers who dance to impress, but the guest that I have today dances to express. Yes, his name is Shantanu Maheshwari. Hi, Shantanu. What's up? Welcome to the Boat Podcast. Do what floats your boat.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Okay, so tell us, man. Let's start off with Gangubai Kathiawadi, right? Because that's like new, it's recent, it's pop culture. What is it like to work with Alia Bhatt and this genius, this myth of a man called Sanjay Leela Bhansali?
I mean, Sanjay sir is absolutely, as you said, he's a genius. And working with him was truly a life-changing experience. I mean, the kind of dedication, the kind of passion that he has, once you witness upfront, when you live those moments, I mean, it's absolutely life changing. Again, and sharing the screen with Alia, because all of my scenes were with Alia.
And she's terrific, huh?
Oh yes, but at the same time, I mean, she's effortless. You know, in terms of what she does, she's very spontaneous. Yeah. In terms of what she does, at the same time, she gives you your space to do your whatever you want to do, you know. So that's something that I learned from her. And yeah, it was an amazing collaboration and getting an opportunity to work with Sanjay sir.
Listen, I want to understand this, right? Now, you grew up in Kolkata. We're going to get to your story in a bit. But from there to being a part of such a huge film, because this is the dream of, I don't know, a billion people in this country. Everybody wants to be a part of a big film, right? So how did you get there? Did you have to audition?
Yeah, absolutely. It was like a pretty much normal audition process.
Yeah, but you get rejected. You didn't. That's normal auditioning. I get rejected very often.
Nowadays what happens is bro. Nowadays what happens is you get selected till the point where you are like 2-3 people are there fighting for the same role, and sorry, you couldn't make it. Nowadays that happened. So I mean, there's a huge progression, I would say.
So what was your audition like? What did they give you to read?
They gave me a scene which was very different, that didn't make to the cut of the screenplay itself. So, yeah, it was a bit heavy, intense scene that I had to do. So, yeah, I mean, that was the scene. We had to do it. You had like emotional moment. You had to cry. You had to have those tears. And it's very hard for me to cry.
Can you cry?
No, I didn't.
Right.
But yeah, somehow, I mean, I was just happy. Shruti Mahajan, the casting director for this, she had called. So I was like, okay, I mean, it's a shortlisted audition or something of that sort, and I was like, okay, I'm definitely going to give this audition, because for sure Sanjay sir is going to watch it, you know. So that's the only thing. I had no expectation in terms of getting selected or not, because when they said that they're trying to launch a new face opposite Alia Bhatt, I was like, who are they kidding?
But you're not a new face, really. I mean, I'm going to kind of go down to you doing things like Boogie Woogie or doing like the World Dance Championship in LA. You're not old, but you're an old horse in the race. You've been around for a while, haven't you?
Yeah, but I mean, when they say fresh face, it's for a movie. This is my first movie. This is my first film, right? So I have done few fiction shows, lot of reality shows, and a lot of other work as well. I mean, be it, as you said, championship, dancing around for a very long time. So, yeah, I mean, but you're still considered fresh. So that's a good thing. You know, after 10 years, people still think that you are a debutant. I mean, like...
Which is great. You're still...
Yeah. So it works. It works for the business.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to get the breath of this fresh thing that's sitting in front of me. Lovely. I like flowers. Okay, listen. I want to understand, right? So you grew up in Kolkata and you picked up dancing. Do you have dancers in your family, or were they at first just shocked that you wanted to just dance?
No, in fact, it was like my mom who saw the talent in me of dance. And
is she a dancer?
I mean, social dancer, you can say. I mean, she likes to dance. She loves dancing. Yeah. She loves dancing and singing. So that was something which she wanted to pursue, but she couldn't.
So your mum loved dancing socially, huh?
Yeah. So, I mean, she saw the talent in me, and she thought that, maybe I should learn dancing. So in Calcutta, I kind of learned a bit of dancing, which was really not technically any kind of dance form, but it was more of Bollywood, you know.
So hold on, wait. Where did she see you dance? Were you dancing at a cousin's wedding?
No, nothing of that sort. I mean,
Do you
When
remember
she
the
was
first-
practicing with someone for an event at my house, I was trying to ape few steps. Apparently, that's what she told me.
So what? You were just standing around like a little psycho on the
Yeah,
side
yeah,
dancing,
yeah, absolutely, yeah,
just copying her.
yeah.
Wow. And what song
And that
was
was
it?
on rhythm.
Do you remember the song?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so then you go to this Bollywood dance class. Who
Yeah.
ran this class? Was it someone popular? Shamak Dawar, was it?
No, not at all. I was, but he's popular in Calcutta, so Anurag Mohta is his
Hmm.
name, and yeah, I mean, that's where the transformation happened. I started kind of learning Western style of dancing and went on, which was actually Bollywood.
Yeah.
And then yeah, that's how the journey started, man.
Lovely. So, at what point did you think this is what floats my boat and I'm going to just continue dancing? At what point did that happen?
In fact, it's so funny. Like after point, like I started dancing at a very early age when I was like around 7.
Wow, that's really young.
Yeah. So I started dancing around that. I did those back then. It was dance shows
Yeah.
when I was 8 until class 11th or 12th. I was like fed up with dancing.
No, really?
Yeah. I was like, I'm done, man. I don't want to do this. I don't want this identity where, everyone, whenever they see me, like, it's thoda dance karke dikhana, thoda dance karke dikhana,
Yeah.
you can dance, so just do it. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm irritated, that cannot be my identity. I have so much more to offer,
Right.
And that's when I started like not dancing, going away from
distancing
the art.
yourself.
Yeah, distancing myself.
Mm.
And that's when it hit me. When I started distancing myself is when it hit me that no, I mean, I'm not being happy. I'm being irritated. I'm being agitated for no reason.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized that dance is my passion. So no matter, maybe I might have to change the approach towards it.
Yeah.
But you have to do it to be insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's fascinating because even I was kind of that guy that people would say dance to.
Oh.
Yeah, they would. I mean, I was so bad. They wanted to make fun of me, so I just never did it. I still don't do it. Let's understand this, right? So you grew up in a joint family, is that
Yeah.
right? Okay, so you had at one end you had people counting money in a Marwadi family. None of them are
Not
throwing
really,
it, even
but
if you're
it's
good,
okay.
because they're Marwadi. They're holding on to it. And then you have you dancing. So tell me, were there influences? Were there people that you looked at? Mum, of course. Were there other people?
I mean, they were very supportive. They were, my family members are very influenced towards the cultural side of it in terms of be it dancing, be it singing, be it bit
Wow.
of acting.
All of them.
Not all of them, but few of them. They like it.
You guys are like a kabhi khushi, kabhi gum.
Not really. I mean,
No?
it's like, how do I
Indriyan.
say? I mean, it's just that they don't mind
Hmm.
if somebody is doing it, so they have a bit knowledge about it, but none of them belong to any kind of industry or anything have they pursued professionally. Nothing of that sort. It's just that they enjoy this whole culture of celebration.
What did they do otherwise? Jewelry shops.
No, not jewelry
Sorry,
shop.
it's Marwadi.
No,
I'm
it's-
sorry,
it's-
it's appropriation. People are already like
Stop.
cancelling me. Sorry. Okay.
Stockbroker.
Pawn shops. They take gold and give money and then
No,
sell the gold away.
no, share equity, man.
Oh, so you
Shares, yeah,
like a
equity.
proper. So you guys run like proper. You have fund managers in your house.
No, not fund managers. You are getting too high. Sub brokers, bro.
So what is that? Explain it to me.
Oh, it's very hard for me to explain, bro. That's
Tell
the
me
reason
half
I
hour.
didn't pursue that.
No, it's good you didn't, but don't worry about it. You can tell us. Nobody gets it on the podcast. Who gets money? Who gets it? This is a young
I mean,
generation.
buying and
that's-
selling of shares. That's what brokers do, right? So
Lovely.
That's what, commission based.
So you've grown up
Sub-brokers.
in a family that's constantly looking at not even like dance on TV. They're looking at whatever one of those TV channels that
Yeah,
nobody
CNBC.
watches.
Yeah.
CNBC. Okay.
We can say or not, I don't know. But
Yeah,
we'll
we
cut.
can.
Okay.
We
News
can.
channels, okay, where the strip goes and
those, those financial channels. So
Yeah,
that's what you grew up watching.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lot of them.
And the stock market does dance a fair amount.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
It does. So I want to understand. You started dancing, and I'm assuming you were really popular among your peers and at school and stuff like that.
Yeah. In Calcutta in general, I was very popular when I was dancing. Not trying to brag about myself, but
No,
yeah,
no.
I mean, I was popular in terms of the dancing circuit, the competitions. When
Right.
there was this time where my mom used to say, like, I have never heard them say that, but yeah, I mean, if I'm there in the category, people were trying to change their children to a different category because
Pull out.
this guy will take it. So let's avoid being in this category.
It's funny you say that because there's another person I know a very similar story about, and that's Benny Dayal, the singer.
Yeah.
So he grew up in Chennai, and people who he didn't say this to me, but people around him who had to go to college events and compete with the guy, if they knew he was there, they would just pull out or they would go to another category.
Yeah.
That's how good you were. And
I was not that good, but I mean,
Okay,
people,
stop playing.
Others are too bad.
No, don't be humble about it. It's okay to own it. It's fine to own it. So you were really popular in college and stuff like that.
Not college. This was school.
School.
Calcutta was school. I mean,
I'm
till
so-
12th we have school in Calcutta. I
Also-
think Bangalore also has the same.
Yeah. Also, you're a Bollywood actor, so I'm assuming you didn't go to college.
I did go. I shifted to Mumbai for college actually.
I'm kidding.
That's
So you went to school and college, that's good. So you were in school, you were really popular. Did any of these Kolkata TV people or Kolkata based, basically, the local TV
Yeah,
industry, movie industry, did they pick you up?
No, not really.
No?
No, I was not very fluent with Bengali any which way. And as I said, we didn't have any connection towards the Tollywood industry. So, I mean, we didn't know who to approach and what to do.
Right.
So, and I was very young. I was in school, so I was just happy being in that circuit
Lovely.
of dance competitions and just
What's the weirdest prize you won? Because I know at dance competitions they give away like mixer grinder and washing machine.
Unfortunately, I've never won any kind of good prizes that we see on TV or we hear about. I have only won trophies and certificates and medals.
That's it?
The first cash prize that I ever won
Yeah.
was when I shifted to Mumbai and I participated in this India Fest where I won solo competition. My first cash prize was of 20,000 rupees. That was my first ever cash prize, which I felt like
Wow.
is worth it, when they talk about things like this and that and this and that. I mean, I was happy.
Lovely. Okay, so you did Boogie Woogie as well.
Yes, I did,
How
yeah.
old were you?
I was 8.
Javed Jafri, Naveed Jafri, forget the other brother.
Ravi Bell.
Ravi Bell.
Yeah.
Dude, they were really good.
Yeah. Unfortunately, in my episode, Javed sir was not there. I was so
No?
excited to see him and dance in front of him, but unfortunately, he was not there.
So you're 8, you entered this TV show where it's literally what everybody loved watching.
Yeah.
It was the OG dance show of India.
Absolutely.
Right? So what, do you remember what song you danced for?
Yeah. ऐसा पहली बार हुआ है 17-18 सालों में.
Lovely. And you go and you did this. Did you win it?
No, I didn't. I came third.
That's winning it.
Not really.
Okay, fine. Actually,
Nobody
yeah.
remembers second and third, so
See, even I agree with that stuff, okay? But then I'm so used to doing these corporate events where everybody is a winner and then
Oh, yeah.
it just had to be politically right. Everybody is a winner. And then you did this thing called the World of Dance Championship in LA.
Yeah,
What is that? What's that about? And you're like a Western dancer, you said. So
Yeah,
to
yeah.
beat them at their game.
Yeah.
That is That's awesome.
Yeah. But I mean, I obviously trained myself in street style of dancing as
Right.
well. So once I shifted in Mumbai is when I was exposed to the styles of dancing.
Yeah.
I used to do them, but I didn't know their names and which form is which. I was just fusing it basically, freestyling.
So have
Yeah.
you actually spent time learning dance? Do you read books about dance? Is there a book that you recommend?
I am not too sure about book, but I mean YouTube. Through YouTube, we have learnt a lot, and through exchange in terms of like Mumbai had a different culture, Calcutta had a different culture in terms of dancing. Now it's growing and everything. The hip hop scene is growing overall in India.
Yeah.
But back then, Mumbai and Delhi were like the two places where hip hop was emerging in a big way.
I want to understand. Every time I watch an American show like America's Got Talent,
Yeah.
and you see these guys dancing,
We have been to America's Got Talent also. Our crew, Desi Hoppers, yeah.
and didn't they do really well? They made it to the finals.
No, that was Kings. That was not. That was V Company who went to America's Got Talent, but we are the first crew to go to America's Got Talent as well.
Lovely. And you guys?
No, we couldn't get the sponsors. So when you go there after clearing 2 rounds, you need a sponsor from America to sponsor your stay and everything. So it became very difficult for us. So we were like, we'll back out. Sorry.
But dude, I'm sure there's at least one Marwadi guy would have given you the money there. And the sponsorship
I mean,
saying this kid is dancing.
to find a Marwadi guy in US.
See,
I mean, it was
Gujarati would have
difficult.
been easier.
Yeah, but none
They'll
of us
scream,
were.
Patel! Six of them show up. Suche,
So yeah, there were a lot of people from India who were ready to sponsor us, but no one from the US itself.
Right. Now, I've noticed this especially, right? When Indian people do their game,
Yeah.
which is Western dancing, and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
guys are all, like, in general, when I watch it on YouTube or when I watch it on TV, I think the Indian dancers are just so good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because like you guys have your fundamentals so strong, and I can't dance, but I'm a serial appreciator of dance.
Okay.
Like I can watch and appreciate and go, wow, I can't do that stuff, right?
Yeah.
The Americans, for some reason, are always just so fascinated by looking at Indian people doing this. The same reaction all the time. Oh my God, how do you do this?
Yeah.
Do you at some point feel like, yeah, we're better than you? Why are you so surprised? Have you
So
ever?
no, I mean, to be very honest, what we lack at times is, especially in crew.
Sponsors.
No, not sponsor.
Sorry, what
That is there, yeah. That's a big problem. But our fundamentals are not right as compared to, US or anyone abroad, trained in abroad.
Yeah.
Because they have a proper training system. We're trying to build that up, which
Yeah.
is going in a good direction right now.
Yeah.
But our fundamentals are thoda sa, as we say in Hindi, hilawa. That way. So that is something that we have to work on. But why is it fascinating is because our culture,
Right.
our song, the beats, they have never heard those beats, the instrumentations. I remember there's a funny incident when we were participating for NBC World of Dance. That's a reality show where
Yeah.
Jennifer Lopez and everyone.
How many things have you done? You've done World of Dance Championship.
Yeah, the
in
World of
LA.
Dance Championship.
You've done
is-
America's Got Talent. Now you're just dropping names.
No,
Some
so-
NBC and all that. So you've been on every American TV channel, have you?
So we had to create our own music, right?
Yeah.
And for that you need a clearance.
Okay.
So we have to make like a rough track. We used to make a rough track because we had a very different vision in our head.
Okay.
And we used to share it with their music mixers. So half of the time they used to keep asking us this question: which instrument is this? Like, अब एक तारा को हम लोग कैसे बताएं यार कि which instrument is this? How am I supposed? So we used to show them pictures.
Right.
How are we gonna get this in US?
Right.
So and then dholak, tabla, and dholak has so many varieties. We
Yeah.
didn't know about that. Every state has a different variety of dholak
In
India.
India?
Yes, yes.
Information. Thank you. I did not know.
Yeah, so I mean, how are we supposed to give them a specific instrument in terms of this is what we want or that is what we want?
Right.
So we had a crazy time. So you understand the kind of culture that we have. We are so rich in our culture.
We are, yeah.
It's always fascinating for anyone from abroad once they witness some part of it also
Yeah.
to go like, whoa, what was that? That was something new. That was something fresh.
Lovely.
So yeah, that's the reason I think every time when they see Indian performances, they are like, whoo.
They're amazed, right?
Yeah.
So listen, tell me, you grew up in Kolkata, right? And you, of course, you went to a dance school.
Yeah.
You studied Western dancing. Did the Indian dance forms never fascinate you or invite you to say, come learn this as well? Or have
Yeah.
you?
I mean, I have, I've not learned, but I have done a lot of folk performances as well.
Wow.
Folk dancing, yeah. Some of them I don't even remember the name of the forms, but I
Right.
used to do it because they used to teach us in college and at times in school, and I just learned it. My father really wanted me to pursue Bharatnatyam for some reason, and I was inclined towards learning it, but back then they had this thought of like, a boy might go become a little feminist in terms of normally
Yeah.
the way he's leading his
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
So that was a problem. That was a doubt, a big doubt.
Okay. But I think now that stigma is
no,
done.
no, it's how you carry yourself.
Right.
It's how you grasp
Right.
the whole thing. I mean, you can do Western and also be attracted towards the female way of
Yeah.
movement, and do normal stuff as well,
Right.
So it was just that. I mean, that was a perception back then. Now things have changed a lot, but I was
Yeah.
growing up, so there was still this perception of like, this thing
Yeah.
about Indian classical dancing for boys.
Hmm.
But yeah, I've done a lot of folk dancing. That really helps.
So you've danced all your life.
Yeah. So as you said, because I've grown up watching boogie woogie and getting inspired by dance forms, so it was
Yeah.
always important as a dancer to be versatile. So
Right.
it was never something that you follow one style and just move on.
Right.
Javed Jafri used to say a lot, you should be good at whatever is given to you and whatever is asked, whether it's contemporary, whether it's hip hop, whether you can like one style, which is your favorite style, but you should be able to do all the styles and be versatile, because that's when you are a true performer.
I think Javed Jafri's touched all our lives.
Yeah, I think.
I didn't even watch him on a show. I heard him on a show and decided to start talking. Takeshi's castle was such fun.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no. All those Japanese people, madness. Okay, listen, bro. Now, I want to
Yeah,
ask you about this, right? Clearly, you've been one of those people who's worked on the foundation of what dances today for a newer generation on platforms like Instagram and YouTube and so on and so forth. And you've grown with this.
Yeah.
You started at a time when none of it was there, and then you've caught speed with it. You just spoke about how culturally some dance forms were accepted
Yeah.
or not accepted. And now we're talking about 2022, where everybody can do what they want. And that's exactly this podcast, right? It's called Do What Floats Your Boat.
Yeah.
So I want to understand from you now, when you look at the underground scene, or now when you look at dancers, how much has it really changed?
Underground dancing has changed a lot, definitely, because of now everything is about exposure. Everything is about your branding yourself, or the marketing that you do for yourself, your account, your social media, how people judge you basically through social media. So yeah, I mean, underground culture is still there, trying hard to survive, I feel, at times, but it's more accepting. I mean, earlier it used to be like, we are completely no towards reality show. We'll not do this, we'll not do that. If it's an
Essentially,
underground
I
culture.
won't be a sellout.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be a sellout.
Exactly.
That's the problem most artists have. I'm not going to be a sellout,
Yeah.
bro. I'm not doing this. I just want to do like underground stuff. And then
yeah. And eventually, you
die
know.
poor.
Yeah, exactly. That's
make
what.
money, eat food and dance. It's fine.
You can try and balance it out,
Yeah.
and be a big example in terms of
Yeah.
making people understand that you can balance both. So that is kind of happening, because a lot of big brands are also coming in, pumping in money to make that culture up. So that is happening. That is a good thing. But on the hindsight, I mean, people have. I feel, that's my personal opinion. People have stopped learning. People have stopped learning because everything is about
Quick gratification.
quick gratification. So even if you learn a small nowadays, when you talk about dance classes, and I used to ask people, like, the ones who are joining dance classes, what do they teach you?
Huh.
And it's all about choreographies. That's not growth. I mean, that's the very ultimate goal that you have to do.
No, that's fascinating. Hold
Yeah.
on, wait. Now, when you say they teach only choreographies, we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. What did you learn? How different was
No.
it?
I'm talking about when you're saying choreographies, you mean, like, for example,
Chaya Chaya.
Chaya
for
Chaya.
example.
So
Yeah.
I will teach you to dance, and I will give you steps on Chaya Chaya.
Correct. Now,
That's about it.
What did you learn? What was the difference?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even I learned something like that, but that's not technical training.
What was your technical training?
Technical
break it
training
down.
is to understand your body movement, your obviously you study dance in terms of 1, 2, 3, 4, understanding the rhythm, getting into the groove, how your body functions. Basically, that's more important to open the level of creativity. That's also because if you want to become a choreographer, if you want to choreograph yourself, you have to imagine. You can't just ape steps. If you see reality shows nowadays, you will find performance to be very similar. Yeah, because I mean, ultimately, it's
Interesting.
the same people who are doing different shows.
Yeah.
But ultimately, you have same choreographers who are doing the same.
I mean, I don't
show.
have a cable connection, so I don't
That's
watch.
okay. I mean,
But I see people on Instagram, they're all doing the
yeah,
same
they are.
stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
So,
it's the trend.
yeah, it's
So
the
you're
trend.
saying break the trend.
Break the trend. Also, the fact that all dancers who wants to make it big, they also have to be socially active, right? And how do they do that? All they do is dance on trending songs, because that's how your profile will grow. That's how the algorithm works. So that's how. I mean, no offense to anyone. Obviously, everyone is doing their own business.
Yeah, it's hard.
So
Yeah, it's hard.
it's hard to survive in terms of learning the art form, as well as being able to be out there and be visible.
So this brings me to my next question, right? And this is probably there are 100,000 dancers listening to us right now,
Yeah.
and I think they're all incredibly talented. And you're right, the social media game is driven by algorithms. It's driven by trends. If somebody had to break the trend, because I think this is what content creation is. You're creating content that's new.
Yeah.
Right? That's my opinion. How does one do that with dance? And I'm only asking you this because you've been around for such a long time.
I don't know how to break the algorithm, but yeah, if you are really good at what you're doing, you will be spotted. You will be appreciated, is what I feel. Also, the crab mentality needs to cut down a bit in terms of pulling people down who are doing good.
Yeah.
When someone does good, you need to appreciate that. That
That's
is very important. I personally try to do that because I feel I'm at a place, a bit of recognition. It's important. If I appreciate someone, it will make a difference. Because if I would have been in that place, and if someone would have, reached out to me, DM'd me, and appreciated my work, it would have given me like a big a motivational boost. So that is what I try to do. And also, it's very important, as I said, to appreciate. At the same time, criticize what is not good. We have just forgotten about this whole criticism aspect of it,
You just can't. It's a school function now.
I mean, yeah.
It's been nice to every child who's dancing on
Exactly.
stage.
I mean, it's so frustrating at times to listen to only appreciation. No, you have to. Till the time you don't work on your badge, how are you supposed to be good at what you do, man?
I tell you why I'm laughing, because when I want to criticize someone or whatever, right? I'm okay. I get criticism all the time
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. But when I want to criticize someone, I have a pact with my wife. She's like, you will not say shit anywhere.
Yeah.
Come to me and talk to me.
That's a good
she's
thing, actually,
She's
right?
my therapist for 5 minutes. I'm just bitching. She's like, are you done? I'm like, yeah. She's like, okay, that's good. Good, you vented it out. Now move on with life. Listen, I find the internet to be an incredible place. I'll tell you. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely it is.
I'm a baby from here as well. You're a baby of the internet, and of course the stage. We're kind of these hybrid people who've
Yeah.
moved from the traditional stage. You've done TV so young, and then now you're in films, but you're also dancing on the internet, and you're doing these videos. You're kind of creating content that
Yeah.
other people follow. Do you see a change owing to what the internet has done? With also shows like, say, Nach Baliye or Dance India Dance, or one of the many dance shows that you have. Do you see that things have also changed there? In a good way or a bad way?
I don't know if it's in a good way or a bad, because I have stopped following those shows. I mean, no offense to the makers or anything. It's just that
No, they've taken offense already.
it's okay. I mean,
I'm not a dancer. I'm okay. Host, if you want, I can do it. This guy's a problem. Just putting it out
no,
there.
because I just feel after a point it just felt same. Everyone is doing same stuff.
Is that the benchmark?
No, it shouldn't be. That's what I keep saying. Like, a lot of people, because I have done a lot of reality shows, I have
Correct.
been part of reality shows, that a lot of youngsters come and ask me about the same. And I was like, I mean, you want to be part of reality show? Good, because you're exposed to the kind of pressure
Yeah.
in terms of coming up with new performances every week. That is amazing to understand whether you can take that pressure or not. Learning new styles, getting exposure in terms of the camera work, in terms of the choreography, getting a chance to work with best of the best in the industry, that's a great opportunity place. So, I mean, I did it because I wanted to progress in terms of, because I knew that if I'm in the show, I'm by default going to push myself and keep upgrading with every performance that I give. That's
Yeah.
what my ultimate goal was. And it was never about winning, because I knew in a reality show, it's just not about your dance. It's about a lot of other things. Big aspect of it is your SMS voting. I mean, I knew that my game in terms of that is not strong at all. So what I had to do is score best in terms of what the judges are giving me.
Right.
So that I'm by default, half of it is taken care of.
Yeah.
And half of is,
You're in the safe zone.
yeah, I'm in that safe zone, right? So,
Did you do Dance India Dance as well?
no, I didn't do.
Well, what show is Mithun Chakravarti on? The one where he does Grand Salute. Where
That is Dance India Dance. But
Okay.
I did like a Bengali version of it that was Dance Bangla Dance.
Who gave you salutes there?
I was hardly there for like 3 3 rounds.
Okay,
and
clearly this SMS thing wasn't working for you.
No, it was not SMS. I got injured, so I had to like back out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Did you do a lot of acting when you were in college?
No.
All right.
In terms of, I like for college, I didn't do a lot of acting.
Like theatre.
No, I never. Like, yeah, that's what theatre
Yeah.
acting. I never did that
Yeah.
for college, but I was working while I was in college.
Yeah.
For Dil Dosti Dance, my first show. Yeah.
Hey, you know, it fascinates me, man. Every time I met a dancer,
Yeah.
they're just such good actors.
Okay.
They're such good actors. I'm guessing it's just the control that you guys have on your face and body and all of it, right?
I think it's more got to do with rhythm.
Like you look at Sri Devi, so
Yeah.
good. Look at Madhuri Dixit, so
Yeah.
good.
Expression.
Sunny Deol.
So good. Not in terms of dancing, but yeah.
Literature, you got the third one's always got to be vague. Yeah, okay, sorry.
But yeah, I mean, it's so funny that I was discussing it with one of my friend last night. We have a conversation about this. It's very important to understand rhythm,
Right.
and the ones who do that by default will be better in terms of acting, because
Yeah.
acting is also about getting into rhythm, and that's what I learned. Though I learned like at a very early stage, but this was, how do I say, thappa lag gaya when I saw Sanjay sir doing the same. Yeah, everything had to be in some kind of rhythm.
No, I love what you just said, right? I mean, about how dancers and the fact that there's rhythm and then there's acting, you kind of beautifully summed it
Yeah.
up. It almost seems symbiotic. When you did your film,
Yeah.
or when you did all the work in front of the camera as an actor, when did you actually believe, man, I'm a good actor?
I still feel there's a lot to learn, but yeah, I mean, when the people who you really look up
I mean,
to,
you don't get to a Sanjay Leela Bansali film without being good. Okay, so don't downplay it. You're
No,
good.
No, so that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
it's not you who think that, oh, I can act. No, it's not like that. It's
Yeah.
just that when people who you look up to,
Yeah.
who you think can guide you, who
Hmm.
you listen to, or who you go to advices,
Hmm.
and when they appreciate your work, I think that's when you realize that, okay, what I'm doing is right in towards the right direction.
So have you got like, I'm sure you've got a lot of love after
Yeah.
doing the film. Have a lot of people, what is the best message you got? Or rather, what is the most important message you got, or from a person that you got it from?
Sanjay sir himself. I mean,
He tweeted to you. Why? He could have told you in person.
not tweeted.
Oh, thank
He's
God.
not there on Twitter.
Ah, good. I thought he made the film with you and then tweeted. Well done.
No.
Just
Oh, no,
in
when I
person.
met him, he appreciated my work and he was so happy
Right.
the way the character came out, and he kept on appreciating me, and I was like, I was just numb for a bit. Yeah.
Lovely, man. Look, there are so many people who I'm sure look up to you, considering the fact that you've literally, danced your way from, the little tiny stage right beside your mum while she was practicing, to all this distance of now doing a big film, and I'm sure a lot of people see their own dreams through you, and they probably want to be you, or they want to be themselves, and do what you're doing right now. What would you tell a lot of younger people who are listening to this show and listening to you?
Be true to your art. I mean, if you're not being true to your art, what's the point? Just be true to your art and realize what you do. And keep hustling, keep learning. Don't stop that, because if you stop that becomes a problem. Don't settle in life. And self-criticize yourself. That is very important, I feel. Surround yourself with the right kind of people who can self-criticize, as in not criticize you in a healthy manner.
Yeah.
And that is very important. That has helped me a lot grow as a performer, as an individual. So yeah, that really is very important, I feel.
That's awesome. Yeah. Just get good friends. Don't keep a guy around you who's constantly going grandstand.
Kya kar raha hai tum, bhai?
Yeah, that guy. Chase him away. Listen, man.
Yeah.
I have nothing but love and the best wishes to you for everything that you do in the future. It's been such a pleasure speaking with you, and we can't wait to see all the wonderful things that you do.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. It was amazing and absolutely fun having this conversation with you, Danish.
Thank you.
So yeah.
We've got more fun guests who are going to be joining us to talk about things that float their boat. There's so much to learn from these guys because they truly are people who've done unconventional things and have been really successful at it. Join me on Instagram. The handle is Danish Seth. What's yours?
Shantanu.maheshwari.
There's a dot. Don't forget the dot there. Thank you very much for joining us on this podcast.
Yeah.